Bride and groom during this occasion have asked that no one use your cell phones and that all electronic devices are silent. Again, welcome and thank you for coming to celebrate this joyous occasion with us today, this union with Jessie and Ben. Draco and I first started working with Ben 4 years ago, and we're just immediately impressed with Ben's intellect, his talent, his abilities. But I do have some news to break to Terry and Tim here that as an educator, I realized right away that he does have some difficulty with some mathematical and scientific principles. He doesn't really ever understand just how heavy some of the weights are. And he constantly miscounts during any rep. But don't worry, and don't fret. We got this, Jessie. And, well, as anyone knows, life has a way of just kind of taking over and fate takes control. And as any Potter fan may know, the wand chooses, right? The wizard or the witch. And in this case, fate was the one that chose that Jessie and Ben should be together, because very quickly, Jessie got a job in Chicago and was down here, and they were able to spend more quality time together. About 6 weeks into their relationship, they would decided to take a vacation. So as we know, vacations can either make or break a relationship. And they actually turned it into a car trip, which adds additional stress, as we all know. And it was during their trip that I think that fate kind of hand was revealed. And they really learned that what they could achieve together as a couple and together. And as we know, their zest for life and their ability to overcome obstacles, together they were able to do this. And as we also know, and I've learned even more recently, that when life gives you lemons, give them to Jessie, because she will devour them and enjoy them. And as I also learned, Ben's idea for perfect balance is a salted caramel cheesecake. So I think that on this trip and in their journey together so far, they really have learned that as a couple, they really have the perfect recipe to be successful and enjoy each day, and also to overcome any obstacles that they're presented with. So it finally came time for Ben to propose to Jessie. It's a big deal. Very nervous. I've never seen Ben so nervous. You even seem slightly calmer today. That's a good thing. So we wanted to make it, of course, a special day. And so we planned a dinner, and then they were going to go to a show after that. Yes, folks, it was a Harry Potter show. I know you're shocked. To add to the evening, to add to the magic of the evening, Ben had also purchased a wand, and then on the wand he placed a ring. And so the trick was, as many of you know Jessie, she's extremely clever, and it's kind of hard to pull the wool over her eyes. So if Ben had gone to dinner with a box, she would have known what was up. So Draco and I stepped in, and we offered to take the gift to them at the restaurant to throw her off a little bit. And it worked. She was surprised. I also found out later that Ben had to later explain to her that the wand was not a gift from Draco. And that actually, once she saw the ring, she needed to look a little closer. And when she saw the ring, he got down on one knee. She knew the intent of the evening. So this is what has brought us together today. A little bit of magic and two amazing people who together can overcome anything. So we will now have some readings from the couple chose for us to share with us today. Elizabeth.
It's you I like. Not the things you wear, not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way deep down inside you. Not the things that hide you. Not your toys, they're beside you. It's you I like. Every part of you. Your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you remember, even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you. It's you I like.
Peter?
Love is an adventure and a conquest. It survives and develops like the universe itself, and like perpetual discovery. The only right love is that between couples whose passion leads them both, one through the other, to a higher possession of their being. Put your faith in the spirit which dwells between the two of you. You have each offered yourself to the other as a boundless field of understanding and enrichment, of mutually increased sensibility. You will meet above all by entering into and constantly sharing one another's thoughts, affections, and dreams. There alone, as you know, in spirit which is arrived through flesh, you will find no disappointments, no limits. There alone, the skies are ever open for your love. There alone lies the great road ahead.
One of Jessie's favorite, but why on earth should that mean that it's not real? When in fact you are protected, in short, by your ability to love. The differences of habit and language are nothing at all if our aims are identical and our hearts are open. Because where your treasure is, there will your heart also be. And so it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be, remembering that we are only as strong as we are united, and as weak as we are divided. Therefore, let us step into the night and pursue what flighty temptress calls adventure, never forgetting that fantasy and reality can become one and the same, if we accept that there is no greater magic in all the world than that of love.
So as a testament of their love and their commitment to each other, the bride and groom have prepared their vows that they will now share.
Yes, it's a two-pager.
Jessie, from the second that I saw your mirror selfies on Instagram, I knew I loved you. Okay, that isn't true. From the second that I started Snapchatting you, okay, that isn't true either. What I did know, though, is that I liked you immediately. You were pretty, witty, and genuine. When I finally got to meet you in person, this grew. I remember on our first date, when you asked me, what are you looking for in a partner? I was like, ooh, I like this girl. Straight shooter. The no BS attitude was refreshing. I remember talking to you like I had known you for forever. It was so easy and natural. My like was growing. On our second date, we talked about so many things, including all sorts of things that you probably shouldn't be talking about on second dates. And it was amazing. I love that I could be so open and just feel so heard. It made me feel like I could be myself. It made me feel safe and understood. On a road trip together, the one that People thought we were crazy for taking because we had just started dating. Shit got a little real. We talked about all the serious life things, anything we hadn't touched on already, including exes, kids, and marriage. These conversations were a bit more emotionally charged, but they stayed rational and respectful. I still felt safe, and I still felt like you respected me, even if I did know that I was right. Picking fights at the altar is probably not a good idea. This is the moment that I knew I loved you. I could get so damn annoyed because you wouldn't come around to seeing my way, but I still respected you and felt respected back. This is why I'm so excited to marry you, Jessie. All those things I just mentioned, they still hold true now. I still remember saying that I felt like I found a unicorn because I found a girl who liked screamo music, was kind, and sang. What I'm trying to say is, I've never met a girl quite like you, and I'm fortunate that I get to call you my own. I promise to try to be better at being on time for you. You did a great job today, guys, just so you know. I promise to dust and vacuum because I know you hate it, and also because we have a sweet new vacuum cleaner. I promise to give you what you need, whether that is holding and consoling you, or staying the hell away from you. I promise to pretend that I'm okay with you thinking that you're right every now and then. I promise to support you in you becoming the woman that you want to be. I promise to become the best man that I can be for you. I promise to never stop working on us. I know that I'll have bad days and that you'll have bad days. I know that things will sometimes be messy and difficult, but no matter what, I promise to love you for every day for the rest of my life.
Jessie.
Maybe I should go in first because there's going to be some similarities. Oh, hey, Ben. Who knew 300 years ago, when you liked my photo on Instagram, hoping to get another fitness client, that we'd be standing here today in front of all of our favorite people who have supported us along the way? From sunrise photos you sent me every day on your way to work, to 2-hour phone calls at night where you'd always fall asleep. It's hard for me to choose my favorite moments with you. The one that sticks out clearly in my mind is our first road trip together. AKA the one we took about 6 weeks into our relationships, and all of your clients thought we were nuts. While the trip was amazing, what actually pushed me over the edge into knowing I loved you was the fact that you planned the whole trip for me in the first place. You took the time out of your day to take me to a place neither of us had ever been, and you worked so hard at it. I remember being totally blown away when you told me about it. No one had ever taken the time to do something like this for me, and that totally sold me on how special you were. What also sold me was on our way back from Charleston. We both awkwardly sat in our seats in the middle of a random highway in Indiana, not knowing what to do because one of us finally spit out the words, "I love you." Did I mention that that happened in the middle of the night on a highway in Indiana? So, as NSYNC would say, this I promise you. I promise to not be like super mad every time you make me late. Maybe only 50% of the time. I promise to love you almost as much as I love Cora. I wrote that incorrectly. I promise to try my best to love you almost as much as I love you. I promise to make sure everything is non-toxic before I buy it. And if it's not non-toxic, I promise to not tell you so you don't know. Sorry, I thought I was funny. I promise to not, or wait, no, sorry. I promise to continue to be your Netflix partner, and I'll even try to make decisions sometimes.
I promise to make up songs when I'm trying to get your attention because I know it'll make you laugh. I promise to push you towards your goals as you so often do for me. I promise to fight for and protect our love even when times are hard. I promise to treat you as my best friend, encouraging you to do the things that you love and be the person you dream of being. I promise to listen to you when you're excited, support you when you're sad, and love you unconditionally no matter what. And finally, I promise to get you that second dog that you really want. I love you always.
Okay, we're now going to move on to the exchanging of the rings and our declarations of intent. So the exchange of rings is a symbol of a commitment to the love that you both share. A ring has no beginning and has no end. It's a symbol of the cycles and the ebbs and flows that we experience in our lives. As you now walk together on this journey of life, you will flow through the lower valleys and you will climb to achieve wondrous heights. Let these rings always serve as a reminder that you will always have each other in all of these events. Ben and Jessie want to send a very special thank you to the wedding party for all their help, to Tim and Terry, and to Suze and Mark for all their support over the years. Without you and your love and guidance, they would not be here today. There will be family photos now in the front, so all others can grab a drink in the bar.
Jessie and I are 6 years apart in age. She's older, obviously. Growing up, we had our fair share of disagreements. I was the annoying little sister who just wanted to follow Jessie and our friends everywhere. Still am. I idolized her. I even remember a period in elementary school where I spelled my name, which is J-E-N-N-Y. I spelled it J-E-N-N-I-E, just because I wanted to be more like Jessie. So, though I do also remember her stealing the extra raviolios and spaghettios for herself instead of splitting them evenly between our bowls. Yes. And our mom not letting us get into the car until we hugged after fighting over the front seat. And it took a while. Fortunately, as we got older, we've become much closer, and I can't imagine not having Jessie in my life. A built-in best friend and a person to rely on. You'll always be the only roommate I get along with, mostly because we can read each other's moods, and I don't mind helping you self-tan your back. So, I have a note in my phone that I started in December of 2016. This note is called Bessie Bits, which is the hashtag that I was really pushing for. For some reason, I felt like I really needed to keep track of certain dates and things that Jessie told me about this mysterious Ben from Chicago. So in October of 2016, Jessie and Ben had already been talking for a while, and at this point, Jessie took a trip to Chicago for work, and they had their first date. She came back and was pretty much decided that she wanted to move there. Of course, I was really happy and excited for her, but I also was super selfish and sad because I knew she would be leaving me. On December 3rd of that same year, she told me she loved him. Mind you, he was trying to plan a trip to take her to Harry Potter World, and we all know that's the way to Jessie's heart. But I knew this one was different on December 14th of that year when she said, "Mark my words, I think he's my person." Fittingly, almost a year to the date, on December 15th, 2017, which is also my birthday, Ben proposed.
I ran it by her
Yeah,
first.
he did. For sure asked, and it was totally fine. But I made sure he knew that she was to FaceTime me immediately, but she didn't. I'm pretty good at reading people, but I fear the first time that I met Ben, he got the impression that I didn't like him. One, I'm an extremely awkward person when it comes to meeting people. But two, Jessie brought Ben to the apartment that we were living in late one evening when I was on the couch. She didn't let me know when they'd be coming home exactly. And I was on the couch eating Oreos, watching Netflix, and I had no pants on. Under a blanket basket just hanging out. So I didn't get up to be like, oh, hi, Ben. I just stayed on the couch. So I just stayed there and waved. And I was like, hi. And the next day, Jessie was like, is everything, like, he wasn't sure. It was like, no, I just wasn't wearing pants. So Ben, I hope you would know that I wouldn't trust anyone in the world other than you to love and care for my sister. You ground her and keep her so happy, and I'm proud to call you my brother. And I'm also the most emotional person in the world. So to the newest Mr. and Mrs. Fritz, I raise my glass to you and close with an Irish blessing. May you be poor in misfortune, rich in blessings, slow to make enemies, quick to make friends, but rich or poor, quick or slow, may you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. Congratulations.
Even though we have a 10-year difference between us, you and I have always been so close with everything we do. I have always followed in my older brother's footsteps, whether it be listening to Linkin Park while he's trying to do homework, or playing football in the front room, him on his knees, tackling and shoving me while I'm 8 years old. Everything up through.
Throwing.
We had mats on the room, there was bean bags, it was mostly safe. And even into high school, I strived to do as well or better than my brother because he was smart and athletic, and I just wanted to be like him. And that's going to continue today, and I really just hope that I can follow in your footsteps and be with someone and marry someone who makes me happy and a better person and someone you can be honest with. And Jessie, I thank you for that, for being somebody that my brother can be completely honest and be himself with. Not many girls share his and our music sense. So if you guys can listen to Devil Wears Prada and Skrillex together, then that's amazing. That just makes me so happy to see, and I just want to follow in your footsteps and be happy like you. Love you guys.
Our beautiful bride Jessie, our very handsome groom Ben, which I'm not sure where Ben went, and our absolute master of ceremonies, Frank. Cheers to you guys. It was beautiful. And by the way, cheers to the great weather. I cannot believe the rain. Cheers.
I took care of that too.
Thank you. Really, Jessie. I wanted to share with you, so my family has an age-old debate about a very specific word called love. What it is, how it's defined, how we show it, how we continue to show it over the course of our lives. So before I tell you who won the debate and how that person won, I want to jump into a little bit of a history lesson on Jessie and my friendship and then her relationship with Ben. So Jessie and I met several years ago. We were both working at an advertising marketing agency in Milwaukee. I'd like to think we were both in our 20s. We were fierce, furious about life, gossiping over every lunch hour at Qdoba, go figure. Qdoba. Just living our lives to the fullest, trying to figure it out as 20-somethings. Little did I know at that time, Jessie was going through oh boy, this is early in the speech, guys. Jessie was going through a thing. She was going through one of her lowest of lows. I didn't know because I saw so many beautiful things in Jessie at that time. I saw the way that she loves her friends and family fiercely. I saw how she doesn't know how to be disingenuous. She only knows how to be sincere and herself, tell the truth, be her real, honest Jessie, saying Jessie-isms at all times, which if you don't know what that is, please ask Ben. Anyway, we loved each other through that time, and then we got to a really cool spot where she got to see one of her highest of highs. Fast forward a couple years, and little did I realize at the time I was going through one of my lowest of lows. Jessie had moved up to De Pere, which was really hard for me. She took a badass job at St. Norbert, and what did Jessie do during that time? She loved me fiercely. She pursued me so much when I didn't even know how to pursue myself. And I was just amazed by that. So if I've ever known commitment, that was it as a friend. So now, here we are, Ben. Ben and Jessie met at a really cool time in her life. Jessie was moving up on the world, trying to figure out love and all that entailed, and wow, did you teach her that lesson super fast? I won't go into the trip that they took because everyone else is blown away, but really quickly what I learned about Ben was, number one, Jessie described him to me as basically her in male form. My goodness, if you didn't listen to those vows out there, they are each other. But what I mean by that is, what I saw in Ben is that he doesn't know how to lie about himself. He is true to himself, he's true to others, he's sincere, he's kind, and he is extremely observant, which, by the way, is really freaky, so they know you more than you realize. He's a wonderful person. Since then, Jessie and Ben have seen some of their highest of highs, and I think, you know, many of their inner circle know that they've also seen each other's lowest of lows. So over the course of time, I tried to figure it out, and I think the definition of love is commitment. And guys, not only have you demonstrated that today by saying your vows in front of all those people who love you the most, but you demonstrated that to each other day after day after day by having those gritty conversations, by sticking with each other, for pursuing each other through every single moment that was really freaking hard. So thank you for proving me right. Anyway, can everyone please raise a glass? Jessie and Ben, today we celebrate you and the unique people that you are. We celebrate that you found each other. We celebrate your commitment to one another. And most importantly, we celebrate your love. Cheers.
Cheers.
Days come